Hi, and welcome to Signal Sound Studio Tutorials. My name is Jesper, and today we're gonna take a look at the VPME Euclidean Circles 2 and QD. That's a quad drum machine and a little more than that. I don't think there's a lot of videos about that that explains it step by step. What they do. So I will try and do that in this little tutorial. Well, let's jump over to the camera and let's have a look. First of all, we have the Euclidean circle over here. Those who don't know what that is 16. This has 16 steps, and it always finds the division, I guess, of it. So if you take the first, it takes half of it. Then the next, it will divide it up so it's equal the spaces between. So 4, 4. And then it goes up. And the fun thing about it is that when you have 3 and 5 and 6, 7, 9, and you guessed it, then it makes a lot of fun rhythms, and they are just so playable and easy to maneuver. So if you've seen it, I'm turning. I know you can't see it that well, but the colors right now, there's a 4, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. When I push it again, it turns blue inside here, and then I can say how many steps, and if I press it again, it's where I want the steps. So when it's where it starts. Okay. Then we have a button. The F button, you can decide what that is going to do. Somebody has it that you can change side, so it has, when I say sides, it's because it has 1, 2, 3, so you can see 1, 2, 3 here, and if I hold this, it changes sides, so it's 4, 5, 6, so it has 6 Euclidean circles. But I have this set to start and stop, start and stop. If you hold down the middle button, that is where the clock, this has an internal clock, so this is the BPM, that the speed it goes. If I click it again, it can go out. If I hold this down over here, I can, with the lower button here, I can turn up how much it will light up, and trust me, it's very bright when it's up, so I only have it at the first one. Then we have settings up here, and you can do a lot of stuff with it. So if we can take you can see it's green here. The green will say the first dot here is that these two are chained together. So it's 32 steps right now. So if we can choose that and hit play, the first one will go up here. When it's over, it will go down here and up again and down here. And if I flip sides, it will do the same. So the first 1 and 2 are chained together, and this is independent. So if I go into settings again and choose the next screen, then it's all 3 that's chained together on both sides. So we don't want to do that. Then if we go over to the next screen, that is, if I click that and go out, then I can make my own rhythm. So you can make your own drum gate here. It takes some time, but you can have it just as you want. So it's not doing Euclidean circles, but it's doing whatever you want to do. and these are still Euclidean circles. So it's only the first on each page. So let's take that off again. And if we go into settings again, you can have these two to be the one or all three on these. So we're just gonna take that off again. And if we go in here, there's a setting for the F button. So if you hit the F button while you're in settings mode, this is the settings for the F key. Okay. So that is Euclidean circles. Next up, we have the QD. So right now you can see that I have connected two wires, and that's our out left and right. And you can see how can it be that it doesn't have 4 outs, because it's a quad drum machine. So 1 sound, 2 sound, 3 sound, 4 sound. Well, it's because it has its own mixer. So we can go in here, choose volume. So under mix tab here, this is volume. You can see this is lower, and the color corresponds to the knobs. So it's pretty cool, and you can see the small lines that goes to each different ones. So the top one here is the red, this one is the blue, yellow and green. So you have 3 modes here. You have mixing, that's the volume, so you can mix each drums, and you have EQ. So if you hit the first one, here we can take these down here. So this one, the blue one, is low, mids and highs. So green mids, yellow highs. The red one is a compressor. So this is how much compression you want it. So it has a compressor as well. So it's kind of insane that this little machine has its own mixer. So we only need like a stereo, or actually we don't only need just one. Yeah. Then you have, one more thing. Oops. One more thing is, if you hold down one button and it starts to blink, then this is panning. So you can also pan it. Mute, it said itself, you can mute stuff. So right now it's muted and unmute. And it's also here that you can choose which sounds that you want on the different places. So let's try and hit the first one. Then we have to choose which knob. I'm gonna take the blue one and make it a kick. So the first rows are drum synth. So not samples, but drum synth. And that means that if I take a trigger, so I'll take the trigger here and put it on the first one, and now we'll get sound. Let's mute these so it's only this one. So now you can hear we have like a 4/4 kick going. We can turn this. So let's just take 4/4 kick. So the decay, and and then we have pitch, and modulation. And it depends on which sounds it is that so it's more pop on this sound. So if we go in and choose on the modulation, I'm just under mute, and yeah, when I click this, I can choose the different sounds. Whoops, sorry. So, and if we can go up here, let's just, I'm gonna turn it down a little. So the first round is just is synthesis drums. The next we're coming to, this is samples. So you can hear I'm scanning the different bank here with the modulation knob. The next one here is still samples. This is like some crazy weird ones. And this one from here and up, it is wavetable. So I can scan the wavetable. And this is a good time to show you the bottom settings here. So this is the CV, control of CV. So if I put in a CV, this is rampage, this is going to rampage, and it just have a circle up and down. But then if we go into this, so when I turn the knob, when I'm on this and down on the CV, this is an attenuator, so it has a built-in attenuator and an LFO as well. So this is how much rampage. So let's go faster. So now it scans through, and this is the attenuation, how much it should scan through. Too slow. There we go. The next thing is if we can take this out. So, and you can push that and say I want this on pitch. So let's take a sample and hold. Oops. A sample and hold and put in here and go how much we want this. So it's just a sample and hold. So if you click here, I can choose which of the knobs I want to have the CV on, and I can choose, like for this one I can also choose the modulation, so I can do different stuff, but I can also go around again, and then it's these two that's chained together, or one more click, it's all three. So it's pretty cool. And then these two and all three, blah blah blah, and back again. But if you notice, it says LFO as well. So we can chain an LFO to, let's say, this one. We need to combine two buttons. So hit both of these and you can see this lights up. This lights up. These two, this lights up. And this lights up. Let's take these two. And right now it's set on this button. If we click, we can say decay. Let's say decay. And now you can see this is the speed, the tempo, the rate of the LFO. Click again and then the attenuator, how much. Again, and then you can see. So you can do a lot of stuff with this. So let's connect the next one to the number 3 with 3 and this with 4. So we don't want this. So no LFO, just take this. And we're gonna choose the kick. And let's turn it up. We have a 4/4 here. What I didn't mention was that the F button up here, if I click that, you can save presets. So I'm gonna save one here, hold it down, and when it lights up, it saved a new preset. So load up. Yep. And let's just try and unmute these and let's see what happens. Yeah. So, I hope you learned something about the QD, that it's not that intimidated or intimidating. It is, when you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy, and it's a great machine. Yeah. Well, please hit the like button and subscribe. My name is Jesper, and see you next time. Bye.